like you told. I thought.
Is the ice still freezing? Has it not made it yet? Made the bridge?
Well, no, it starts from the north and comes south.
Basically, we've either done a 180 or we've gone basically through the entire continent
Give me
to the opposite side.
perception checks.
Okay. I mean, I know exactly where I am, according to
Oh
ranges.
shit! We are on the other side of the planet. Pretty sure of it.
You'll eventually roll above a 10, man.
No, I'm
Eventually.
cursed.
You know exactly where we are.
We are dead. Walking the plains.
I'm not rolling on this, by the way, if you're wondering.
Oh, okay. I was giving you a chance to.
Yeah, no. I'm not rolling. The reason is that I'm not paying attention at all.
Fair enough.
I have no clue.
Okay. Aldrin, you start looking around, and first off, you spot quite a ways off in the distance, further north, smoke. Massive, black, billowing smoke. A lot of smoke. And then as you start looking around, you notice that this edge of the ice that you've encountered is not like the one that you came to begin with. Excuse me. You can see that this is almost a straight line of ice, as if it's been cut.
Yeah, I point this out. I mean, I point out the smoke and the straight line of ice.
This is
we're
weird.
not where
The
we
smoke.
were before.
The smoke is a clear sign of the Iron Masters, isn't it?
It very well. Yeah, that's your first thought whenever he mentions it. Yeah, it would be that it would be the forges.
Okay.
Right. He turns to you and says, "We're not far, but is it normal for the bridge to be gone?"
Well, you know that the Iron Masters live on an island.
Yeah. Isn't
But-
there like a bridge or something?
Well, you would have expected that during the winter, whenever the waters froze, you would be able to walk to the island, because you can walk across Fenris basically when it's frozen.
Yeah.
You don't know why this is like cut and there's water again here, but then you've never actually been to the isle.
Yeah,
In
that's
the
fair.
winter.
I've never
Yeah.
been here.
Yeah,
I've never been here in general, so
Iceberg, should we take the boat into the water and go from there along the line, or
I reach down and like feel the cut ice. Is it does it melt at all? Or does it seem fairly stronger than normal ice? Like more durable.
the ice that you're standing on,
Yeah. Like the cut area.
it's
Like if I put my hand on it, does it start to melt instantly?
no, it's quite strong ice, and it's definitely still below freezing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I go ahead and push the or pull the thing in the water, push it in, and say, "All right, everyone, hop aboard. We'll do what Harald said and sail across. Hopefully they're not. Hopefully they're courteous.
did
Courteous?
you say this?
You wouldn't know that word.
Yeah.
It's a weird word. Hopefully
they're
they're
welcoming.
Hopefully they're nice. They don't kill us."
Didn't you say this journey was supposed to take several weeks?
It has been several weeks since our home.
It's been days.
We traveled for 5 days here, but we traveled for 12 on the water, or so. 12 or so. So it's been nearly a month since we've gone.
Wait. So if we travel 12 on the water, 5 here, that's 17 days in total. So that would mean that several weeks we're already past that.
No, it just took us longer on the water. It doesn't matter. The Iron Masters are there. Let us continue.
Alright. Sure. To be fair, math is not a Fenrisian strong suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really.
So
It takes you guys a few minutes of kind of getting the boat ready and arguing and bickering and all of that. In that time...
yeah, we were discussing, alright? We weren't arguing.
You can argue about whether or not you're arguing. How's that?
Oh, I will.
So, as you're doing all of that, Aldrin, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you on the previous perception roll, rather than forcing us all to watch the pain of people rolling again.
Okay.
You notice off to the east another plume of smoke, much smaller than what you're seeing off in the distance. And you start to hear a sound.
Of silence?
And it's kind of a rumbling, clattering, belching, odd sound. And it takes you a little bit of time to place it. But eventually you start to be able to make out something in that direction, and it finally clicks in your head. And you realize that you're looking at a steamboat.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Steamboat. Yeah,
A beast!
No.
A iron boat, billowing steam, and fitted with an icebreaker on the front of it.
What is this big catapult?
I say, that is a steamboat. It must be something from your Isle of Masters.
Steam. Isn't that just water and fire together?
Oh, you knew that, Styx? That's impressive.
Of course,
We know how
I'm
to boil
extremely
water.
smart.
We know how to boil water. Because all of this is salt water.
Yes, it's a type of It's a type of...
Let me help you there. I can translate. It's improvements that they made to existing weapons to make it look like it's something else. They combine this with ancient magic using their shamans to give them... And then I'm gonna stop
no,
there. Like,
no,
I'm
no,
not sure what I just
not
said.
at all.
Get on the damn boat and let's go.
To explain, you know how the Iron Masters have all of this, things that you guys don't have, correct?
That's
Better
very
weapons.
specific.
Lots of steel, lots
Better
of iron,
armor. And metal.
better armor, yes, better weapons, that sort of thing. Well, they have better boats as well. Boats that run on power, that don't need a row, a
What
rower,
kind of power? God power?
steam power.
Oh, so they throw it through the turbines to... Okay, I get it.
This thing, the steam boat, will it get you to the sky?
No, but it will
It's not a
take
sky
away
ship.
the need to row or use the wind.
I thought it was your intention to leave this place.
Bob,
I think
Bob
we
has
are-
kind of sat there with his head in his hands, and he goes, Aldrin, can we just get on that boat?
Yeah.
When it gets
Yes, let's go. They seem to be
Bob is
coming
starting to look like
towards
he has
us.
a continual headache.
Yeah.
It is
Do they
coming towards you, yes.
Okay, I say, they may be coming towards us. Perhaps it's some sort of patrol.
Yeah.
As I'm getting on the boat.
Remember, we come to trade. We have a lot of metal, fish, things like that.
Metal
But that
fish?
metal you have,
Why are we
that
trading?
metal.
Well, why?
Because we want an audience with the gods.
Well, not only that, we need. Aldrin said here he needs to get off or get whatever he needs. That metal will do it. It's their trade, metal.
Yeah, that much I'm aware. I think.
The information of that ship with a lot of metal, that is good information. This metal here, that's far more valuable.
So we go on the ship.
You make
So-
no sense.
It takes about 5 or 10 more minutes before this boat to catch up to you. And for the player's reference, if you've ever seen like a small Coast Guard ice cutter,
No.
I'll go ahead and Google it.
I
real
Yeah.
know
quick.
what really?
You should have seen that, Madman. They
Icebreakers.
have it in.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah, I was wondering because it's like a
Oh,
common
one
thing in
an
Norway.
icebreaker, you mean?
I am
Yeah.
just
They're
being
ice-
We call
difficult.
them icebreakers, but yeah. We use them
Oh,
in like Alaska and shit.
Easy, Jamie. You see, ice is like waters that's very cold.
Oh!
Became hard. Then
They're
it forms a surface over water.
they're
Like the
clearing.
ocean.
They're clearing boat paths through the ice, aren't they?
they're keeping
So
their
people
bay
can still
clear.
travel. Yep, because traveling by boat's still faster than walking. So
This is the big boat.
they
It's actually-
cleave the ice.
The ice cleaver.
Yes, that's a good name for it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Starts like cheering for the ship.
Bob and I are just face bombing. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's just like, ah.
He's
Bob,
holding his
Bob is
sleeve.
just literally just.
By the way, I killed an Iron Master for the Sklave. Puts it away.
What?
What?
Oh,
Good timing.
What? Was the Iron Master wearing skin?
Yes, actually, he was.
Most
Okay,
people wear skin.
good.
Better to have it than not.
What, skin?
Yes.
Wait, did you skin an Iron Master?
No, I see. It's like Aldrin or Chieftain. It's not possible because they're made out of metal. See,
Kill an
I'm gonna
Iron
dunk,
Master?
dunk, dunk.
He had no metal except for this weapon. He was a hunter.
Then he wasn't an Iron Master. He wasn't mastering the Iron Man.
He said he was an Iron Master.
Yeah, and I'm the son of the gods. Yeah.
You have a
See, I
wolf,
can lie too. It's not
you have
hard.
a wolf tattoo on your chest. You are kind of a son of a god.
I'm not the son of a god. I pray to the gods.
But you said go my son is what your god said.
I did
Yeah,
not think
follow
this
them
through.
on that.
You're actually a
Yes, I actually did this on purpose.
he looks at you and you know he recognizes it. He's caught on and he just shakes his head and just walks away. He's not gonna say anything. Fuck it. Too many godsons around here.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So we raise a flag of peace to be first and foremost. We raise a flag of peace.
Okay.
Peace and trade if that's beneficial.
There's not really a flag of trade.
Okay, just peace.
Yeah, the flag of kind of peace, if you want to call it that, would kind of be the we want to talk and trade flag.
Yeah, I raise that one.
Good flag.
Good. Very good.
Yes, I approve.
And you raise the flag. The boat pulls along the edge of the ice, making a
That would,
lot of noise.
Wouldn't that throw a raft because it's just such a massive ship and moving the water?
Oh
Wouldn't
yeah,
that,
it certainly tosses you around.
Yay!
Yeah, it's not great.
But this time we have ropes attached to us.
And-
Casey. So it's
Just
I'm
the
not-
sticks.
I'm not gonna make you roll to get thrown in the water.
like
I'm
fool
gonna-
us once, shaman.
No,
you
we
fool us
braced
5
ourselves. We
times.
braced.
Yeah, you knew it was coming, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it was. You were smart enough to know that it was gonna throw you around a bit.
Yeah.
But as their boat pulls to a stop, like I said, billowing this black smoke out of this kind of hole in the top of the boat. Two men kind of look down from in the boat. You can see that they're wearing very kind of finely crafted, thick skin armor, leather armor, with fur linings, very well crafted. And you notice with metal fastenings and metal reinforcement plates over certain key areas.
But are they as fancy as Aldrin is?
They're not full plate, no.
Okay.
Full plate, even if you can make it, is not very useful if you're in a boat most of the time.
Yeah, Aldrin.
Well, gee, I didn't know that I would be in a fucking boat over the ocean for all.
You were in the skyboat. It's the same thing.
You were
Yeah,
a-
skyboat. Skyboat is different from fucking waterboat, bro.
No, it's not. Waterboating?
Yes, water. Well, I mean, keep your fetishes to yourself, man. Gee.
I don't
Sorry, I was
talking
eating
about.
gummy bears. Oxford looks up and says,
What?
"What? What?
We're talking about fetishes, and you're like, sorry, I was eating gummy bears.
Well, because I took my headset off to go grab some gummy bears and came back to hear fetishes. I was like, well, this went somewhere. So,
Oh.
this went somewhere real quick.
That was so fucking weird.
Go ahead and get it out, guys. Don't worry.
Shit.
Wait.
I'm using that. Sorry, I was eating gummy bears.
Well, you gotta actually have. Can I draw my mic?
No, I'm just gonna use it. I got a new manager today. He's gonna be like, "Why are you doing
Now
that
you
much
gotta
shit?
actually
Eating
have
gummy
a
bears."
2-pound bag of gummy
Okay.
bears.
Shit. Ugh.
So he shouts up and says, "Hail!
I was eating gummy bears.
We come for trade. We come for the Iron Masters, and we come to seek audience with what would they be called? Like the priests of Russ or something, or the Allfather's. We come seeking the Allfather's blessing."
Well, if you're asking to use the transceiver, in the Iron Masters that communicates with the gods, if you're asking for that, you would probably just ask to speak to the wolves.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
okay,
We
what
would.
speaks.
Nah. We wouldn't say that though. We would ease
Well,
into
that's
it.
what we're here for. We want to speak to the wolves.
Yeah,
Wolves
yeah,
of
but
Russ.
we
trade.
ease in it. We'll trade first, and then, hey, by the way, get you all that nice metal.
Do they know what we or like? Will they know what we want? Because I mean, like, is it like an appointment thing that they're official, or can we just walk into their city and once we have passage, we have free reign?
Well,
Grab a number. We will call it when
As-
you're
as-
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering.
as far as you know, anyone is welcome within the city of the Iron Masters to trade.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So we're going.
Yeah, we just say we've come to trade, and hopefully we can pass by without problem.
Yep.
The two of them that are kind of leaning down, looking off of the ship, kind of look you over, and they nod, and one of them shouts down, "There's been a lot of trouble afoot lately. Do you know anything about these reports of tribes being attacked?"
Yes.
Aye, ours was. We're survivors.
Shouldn't have said that. Carl says like under his breath to him like, "Oh,
I was also attacked. My old tribe was also attacked. And my new
Shut
tribe
up,
was
you
attacked.
outcast.
you should really." Okay. We have information. We can also trade that.
He kind of nods and he says, "I would ask that you report to the lawmaster upon reaching the city, just off the docks on Justice Road."
Okay.
You see, like he's like Iceberg's like memorizing like off the Justice Road, in the town, to the right, to the left, to the corner, Justice Road. Okay, we got it.
Carl says, "I too remember those 3 instructions."
I basically stand up and I go over to the edge and say, "I thank you."
They do look at you quite oddly. Okay.
But for the record, though, Aldrin, do you have your thing covered up or not?
What covered up?
Like the markings on your armor is from the.
His red
I am-
plate mail?
No.
No, we said we put a cloak over it, didn't we? Didn't you like put a cloak over it or something?
No. It was like specifically he had like markings of the Thousand Suns.
There are
Correct.
markings, but even without those showing, it's still red and gold plate mail.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think we came to the conclusion that we won't be able to hide it anyway.
Yeah, you
Correct.
can make it less obvious, but you can't hide it.
Okay. Okie doke.
Yeah, it's still going to be like, well, yeah, it's red and gold plate mail. Isn't that what the Thousand Suns used to wear?
Yeah, but I mean, if someone were to wear black and red clothing, I wouldn't say Nazi all of a sudden. Just because.
I would.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's just you.
I just like to accuse people of that, though.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I forgot how to win arguments on the internet. So.
Yes, you
Alright.
accuse people of being Nazis.
Yeah,
Yes.
it works. It really does work.
Okay.
One thing I'm also going to give you, though, is that you do see that these guys are holding very odd-looking weapons.
Are they guns?
You would kind of know them as guns, but they're unlike any gun you've ever seen.
Interesting.
They're, in a lot of ways, a lot more basic than a lot of the guns that you've seen. But also, looking at them in some ways, they also look probably a lot more dangerous than some of the guns you've seen.
So what? It would be like less than a musket, but more dangerous.
So essentially, the black powder guns we had early on, the really dangerous ones.
I'm
It's
thinking more of the
essentially-
the Japanese, Chinese like boomsticks kind of things, right?
Yeah,
It's
those were the black
essentially the
powder
kind of
guns.
thing that you're looking at here. Literally looks like a hand cannon. It looks very much like a cannon on a ship, but small enough to be hand portable.
Just for reference, that's what we actually did for guns first.
Yes. Yeah, no, I know. That I'm well aware. Yeah. These do have a stock they're not just a straight shaft on the back, and they are a single large barrel rather than 3 smaller barrels like that shows. But I mean, you're probably looking at this shotgun type weapon firing maybe a golf ball or maybe even a baseball sized steel ball. You know, you're looking at a very large, dangerous...
Or a lot of very small balls.
Yeah.
Would I know if nickel is used in the construction of these weapons? Could be used in the construction of these weapons?
If they're using alloys, then yes. It's hard to tell if it's iron or if it's an alloy of iron by looking at it, because of the way it's finished. That second gun image, the rifle stock with that kind of cannon on it, if you elongated that out further, that's probably closer to what you're looking at, and it's not as intricate of a flint mechanism.
Okay.
But yeah, something similar to that.
And I just sort of the stock is wood, correct?
It is wood, yes.
Okay, so then either way, the stocks are going to be really valuable for them. The stocks that we have.
Yeah, certainly. And as they set off again, I'm just going to need to AFK a minute. I need the loo. I'll be right back. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes if you need any drinks or anything like that.
Yep.
And I'll be right
Cool.
back.
Yep, same.
Got it.
What's up? I said, what's up?
Much. Nothing much.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you talk to me when I talk to you.
Yeah, right.
Son of a bitch.
You guys ignored me for like 3 days straight.
Oh, when you were traveling north?
Yeah, no, I was out on like in a summer cottage with
yeah.
like 5 kilobyte second internet. Like it was fun, like in the beginning, and then after a while, you kind of become like, someone talk to me, please.
Please, guys.
Please. Communicate. And I got nothing.
Yeah.
Only when Jamie got very drunk, then she.
Come back.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Best person to talk to is drunk Jamie. So there you go. Yeah, when you were trying to seek attention, I was mostly asleep. So not my fault.
Technically, yes, but sure. I won't hold it against you. Only a little bit.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
What the fuck? Got a bottle of vodka in my car.
Huh?
I have a bottle of vodka in my car. I don't think it's mine. I'm not sure how it got there.
Ghosts.
drunk Jamie strikes again.
In my car?
Yes. God,
Don't drink and drive,
That's
Jamie.
insane.
That's very irresponsible of you.
very irresponsible.
I'd never drink drive.
Yet here we are.
I'm not sure what to do with it because I can't exactly drive around with a bottle of vodka in my car.
Is it open?
Hmm?
Is it open? Is it open?
We can hear you,
I don't
Seeger.
know.
We're just not responding to you.
No, there's obviously a delay. What, Jamie?
I said I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Is it open or not? Like, has it
Well, I
been
don't
drank?
exactly want to test out to see if it is open or not.
No, just look at it. Is it open?
I don't know.
It's a bottle of vodka, Jamie.
Caps on.
They're easy to tell if it's open or not.
I don't know because I don't know if the seal's broken or not, and I don't exactly want to open it up.
Oh,
It might
okay,
jump
then-
out at her.
Okay,
Like, ah!
grab the top and tighten it.
Left to Lucy, right to Tide.
I know, tighten it. Does it tighten harder?
Yep.
Okay, that's probably open, so just tighten it up and put it in your trunk.
What the fuck is happening?
If you put it in your trunk, a cop won't fucking care. But if you have an open
be
bottle of vodka in
honest-
your car, you're fucked.
Why are you guys being so weird about this?
It's an open bottle of vodka in your car. You can't do that.
Of course you can.
If she gets caught by a cop, she'll go to fucking prison.
No, you just do the breathalyzer.
It doesn't matter.
Sure it does.
Open bottles of vodka in your car is illegal.
Nah, that sounds weird.
Who the
What?
fuck drinks raspberry vodka?
I would. I fucking love raspberry vodka.
Oh god, that just tastes like death in a can.
So the answer is punk ass bitches.
Regular vodka tastes like death in a can. Raspberry vodka is actually kind of good.
No, that's way too much sugar for me.
Dude, I used to drink Mike's Hard Lemonade exclusively, so...
I have no idea what I don't know what that is.
Mike's
I'm
Hard
assuming
Lemonade?
some kind of sugary, ridiculous,
It's
over the top corn
Hey,
syrup
do you know what Alco Pops are?
I heard loads of my most favorite
People
things.
People still use that term. That's
Well,
so
it's a fairly accurate way of describing it.
Alco Pop. Do you want to get an Alco Pop?
Well, I'm not using it as the term. I'm saying it's a sugary drink. That's it.
You don't need to be all defensive, man. It's fine to like those
It's
kinds
okay
of
if you drink
drinks.
alcohol pops.
Yeah. We don't
I'll
judge.
drink whatever
almost-
the fuck. I'll drink whatever the fuck. I get drunk on whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, that's what we're
If I wanna
saying.
if
It's
I want to get
fine,
drunk
man.
on Listerine, I'll get drunk on Listerine.
Yeah,
That-
we're saying
that
it's
would be
fine, man.
very
You
difficult.
do you.
That would be very difficult.
There's only a little bit judgment here. It's fine.
Just the slightest bit of
Yeah,
judgment.
slight. Like, tiny bit. Not big. Just like,
Slightest bit of all of the judgment.
yeah.
Alcohol pop?
This is amazing. Wilco's Pick and Mix, filled with nothing but jelly beans, for £2.
Oh no.
What
you
about
can get-
gummy bears?
You can get jelly beans much cheaper than that.
Oh,
Oh my god, I have gummy bears that I could go get.
these
some
are not
vodka.
shitty ones, though, Casey. These are
No, the
actually good.
ones
I
I
just
get aren't
realized
either.
I have them.
You
No,
were
no.
eating them
Yeah.
earlier.
Gummy
How did you
bears?
just?
Yeah, I have a 2-pound bag of gummy bears.
Yeah.
You were
No.
eating them
Don't
earlier.
eat
How
them.
did you just?
You need to
realize
put them in a bowl and then pour in
What?
vodka in there, and then
Shut
the
up, let
gummy
one
bears
person
will
talk.
absorb them.
What,
Vodka
Casey?
gummy bears.
That's what I was talking about making, dude.
Yeah. So we speak.
Is this before or after the Alka Pops?
Both.
After.
Why not both?
What the fuck is Alcopops?
Sugary drink. It's basically like a pop that's alcoholic.
What's a pop?
For fuck's sake.
It's like a sugary
A soda.
cheap fruit drink that's carbonated that has alcohol in it.
So it's not like a cider then.
No.
No.
Think of
Ciders-
like a carbonated fruit juice, and then add vodka.
Smear of
Just-
ice.
Just take
Okay.
take orange soda and add alcohol to it. That's it. There's your alcohol pop.
So we're approaching the city.
Yeah.
You've annoyed me now because now I miss Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Wait, you actually enjoy it?
I like those, yeah.
What the fuck, Casey? We have something in common. What is this?
Oh no, now you're turning me against them.
Okay, good. I want them.
No, wait,
They're
no,
mine.
no, sorry, no. You have to stop liking them now.
Oh, too bad. Like what I like.
No, it's
And
not.
you like what
not-
you
not
see.
permitted.
Oh, I should use that.
So, we getting to the city.
Yeah, you get into the boat and you head towards the city. As you approach, the first thing that you notice is that it's not nearly as busy as you always seem to hear about it being.
Everyone in the south is too busy dying. That's why.
Yep.
Well, there's also the fact that most people do know that the most busy trade center, the time when most people come to the island of the Iron Masters, is summer.
When most things are
This
water
is not
and
this is
more
not
boats.
high season for this
Yeah,
basically.
you're in the off season.
But there is still trade happening, so...
Yeah, it's just
Are there...
when you hear about
sorry.
the Isle of the Iron Masters, you always hear about this bustling trade and this kind of buzz of energy, and you're not really seeing that so much, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. When we get in there, do we see non-humans?
Well, you make it through the port.
What does
and
the city look like?
towards the docks, and as you're approaching, you see more of the iron boats, more of these kind of billowing, steam-powered boats, as they've been described, patrolling. And you actually do see some of these boats that seem to have quite large cannon on board them. Larger than... Well, actually, most people on Fenris have probably not seen a cannon before. Most of your
Well, we
boats-
haven't even seen these ships before,
That's
right?
what I mean. It's you've seen ballistas and things. You've not really seen cannons.
Like, I think that's a giant ballista, probably.
Well, no,
Weird-looking
it
thing.
can't be a ballista because it doesn't have any of the sidearms or
Oh.
pull
Plus
mechanisms. or anything.
we do know about them having weird, cool weapons.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, you haven't seen anything like these. Doc, you see some quite large cannons. I mean, some of these
Okay.
large even for what you would call cannons.
Interesting.
They seem to be quite free with their use of high power weaponry. And you make your way through the kind of waterway there to the docks. Pull the boat up onto the shoreline there. You do notice that there are some actual like piers, but they seem for much larger boats than what you have. And then there is an area where you do see a few other kind of voyaging canoes already kind of pulled up on shore. So you drag your boats up on there and go to start walking towards this city. And for most of the Fenrisians, this is the first time you've ever seen a city. It is built into the side of small mountains. Basically, what you're looking at here is kind of a crescent-shaped island chain. And you've got that means that you have the bay in the middle, and kind of this U-shaped or C-shaped line of mountains around the bay, and the buildings are built up the sides of these mountains, and they are large stone and metal buildings. Some of these buildings 2 or 3 stories tall, which Fenrisians probably have never seen before. And the other thing that really strikes most of the Fenrisians here is dust, soot. This place is caked with what looks like layers of dust and soot and grime. And what really strikes you with this isn't it's dirty. That's not what you see with it. But it's obvious that this place has been here for a long time to have all of that build up. Most places in Fenris, I mean, you're looking at islands form and then are gone again within a year. There is no kind of, the idea of permanent structures is basically foreign to most Fenrisians. You know, buildings are built to be moved, to be mobile. So the idea of buildings that have been here not just for years, but maybe even decades, or maybe even longer, is quite strange.
I mean, if we had our houses like non-mobile, I'm sure we'd want it that way. Because it's like what we do is hard.
Well, yeah, certainly. But what I'm saying is that you don't have the chance to do that in, in your normal life. So the idea of something that is solid on Fenris, I mean, you've known that this city has always been there, but to actually see it is very different from just hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And for most of you, it is a very strange experience. You've reached the dock. You've pulled the boat up on shore. You're looking up at these buildings, and you're realizing that this place is huge. The number of people that must be here dwarfs any of the settlements you've ever seen. There must be hundreds of people living in this place.
Me
Like
and Bob are thinking, finally, a city.
Yeah, finally, civilization.
And we're like getting like almost claustrophobic with all the people. Like there's more than a dozen people around us right now. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah, and you're realizing this is the not busy time, and it looks busier than any place you've ever seen.
yeah.
Do we see non-humans?
You do not.
Okay.
Humans and Goliaths are basically what you see.
You mean humans and big humans?
Yeah.
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 I don't. Has anyone else been here before?
What? I look at Aldrin. Have you?
No.
No, I said Aldrin,
Yeah.
not Harold.
No.
Yeah. And and Harold says no.
Yeah,
Do that.
I've never been here before.
I was referring
I've
to
never
you,
been to
sticks and
Fenris
bricks.
before.
How the hell would we have been here?
I don't
Because
know. I never
we-
postulated that you would.
Oh.
But how
Harold,
the
I'm
hell
gonna
would I
ask you
be-
not
have
to
been
try
here?
to think. Just cast evil magic.
We've
Anyway.
been trading with these people.
We
before,
must
I just
go to the law master
party.
very quickly.
Yeah. And
I look around. Is there anything that says justice?
Yes, you start looking around and you do see the Fenrisian rune for justice, pointing down. There's like a metal kind of wrought iron sign over one of the long roads, and it has the rune for justice. You also see another rune for food pointing down another road, and another rune for weapons pointing on another road. And you start to kind of put together that it looks like different parts of the town are labeled based on their function.
Very simple, very elegant.
I just point to justice.
as we're walking through the city, like Harold will kind of like walk up and like whisper to Iceberg. I know we haven't talked about it, but don't do anything that would be heretical or magical in nature like you did before. We'll talk about it later, but we are not going to
Keep your damn mouth shut, shaman.
You don't
Holy
tell
hell.
me what to do. You're the one.
I'm the
who
one
needs
who's
to watch
protecting the rest of the tribe from you in case
Shoves
you
him
go
off.
nuts.
Shoves him off. Goes to Sticks. Tells him
Can
the
you
same
shove
thing.
me?
Okay, I go to shove you and push away myself.
There you
How
go.
about that? And then I go to Sticks, tell him the same thing. And then I go to Bricks and tell him the same thing. And then I go to
Bricks is
Ah.
rare, but
and tell
You're
him the
literally
same
just
thing.
telling everyone not to do heretical or magical shit.
Yeah, I am.
Why didn't you
Because-
just say that to the group?
Because I didn't want to announce it to everyone, and I don't know which of you motherfuckers are still magical or not. Because it's just been raining in.
I told you it was just salve.
days. No, it wasn't.
You
And
applied it incorrectly.
Don't use that fucking solve in here.
Salve.
Yeah, what about Sal? I know him.
Who?
Madman, as you're going through, as Harold is going through here, and telling this to everyone, Bob leans over and whispers to you and goes, "Just so you know, my magic's not heretical; it's musical. I know that your tribe might not understand the terms, but they are
no.
different."
You're a scald, and when asked about it, they'll just address it as such, and they know.
No. Scalding is what happens with hot water. That's different than what I do
No.
completely.
I just look at Bob and I say, that's just the name they have for bards.
But
Skull.
Like, he is shaman. And I point at Aldrin.
but
Yes.
Oh, I can speak. My magic is godlike, so it has nothing to do with magic.
No one use anything here. We are here to trade.
I don't have magic,
That's
if that helps.
perfect, Bricks. Just keep on doing that. Exact that.
And
Honestly,
it's not
fucking
magic.
pussy,
It's
but
just
it doesn't matter.
I basically tell the god that I wish his blessing, and I get his blessing.
I don't care how you label it.
None of this matters. Let's continue.
Yeah,
But
I continue down.
but
No,
technically,
but no guts. No,
you
no
know,
guts. No
technically-
coconuts.
Bob leans over and whispers to Aldrin and says, "You know, if their entire culture is based on all of them using magic and saying they don't, it would be much easier just to be open about it."
I just look at him and shrug.
like he has a point. But we're not gonna be the ones to tell him.
we're not
Yeah.
opening that door.
Everybody has it. Why are we all saying we don't?
Shut up! Shut up! We're not saying. It's like the
Nobody's
it's like the
saying
show.
we have it.
It's like the Christian shock. Like everyone's having sex, but no one has it. So don't say that we do.
And you have
Nope.
you have the few that brags about it, and the few that chases it, etc.
Anyway. So
To
we
the
go to the
Lawmaster.
Lawmaster.
You head through and you find what you believe to be the Lawmaster's office, and there is a crowd of people outside waiting to get in, many of them impatiently.
How rude. I assume. I don't know.
I ask Iceberg, can you ask one of these people if what they're waiting for?
I walk up to the person
What
closest.
they want to talk to the Lawmaster for, rather.
Yeah, I walk up to one of the people near the front of the line and say, "What are you? How long have you been waiting here for, friend?"
The gentleman turns around and says, I've been here, I would assume, over an hour. We're waiting for word. There's villages have been attacked to the south. We were here trading, but we don't know if it's safe to journey back south.
No, it is not safe. We just came that we have important information and we must speak to the Lawmaster.
You've come from the south.
Yes.
And as he says that quite loudly, about half of the
Everybody
crowd
starts crowding
that's
around.
No,
waiting
no.
to get into the Lawmaster
Oh,
turns and starts
shit.
swarming around the rest of you, and you start getting asked a dozen questions all at once about, have you heard anything from this tribe or that tribe? Or
Okay, I
dozen
immediately
different
yell.
tribes
I
getting
put my
shouted
hands
out.
up and I yell. We must speak to the Lawmaster, and the Lawmaster will tell you all of the information we have.
Simply tell us if the ice cloud are among the living. Is it true there's a curse?
I start
Presumably.
knocking on the door of the Lawmaster, and I yell, "Yeah, Lawmaster, we come with news. We must speak."
And gummy bears!
No gummy bears.
Gummy bears?
Aldrin,
Iceberg.
do we actually have news?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Oh,
Big
we,
time news.
yeah, we were at ground
We're,
0.
we're even bringing back a piece of the shit.
Oh,
What? We are.
Remember the vial of
are we?
black
Yeah,
goo?
we have the vial.
Oh
Yeah.
right, yeah. I totally remember that.
Didn't you use that?
Oh.
Well, we dipped some meat in it, but did that use it up? Because we
No,
could
I
just-
have one.
No,
Yeah.
you dipped the meat in it, and then it started
Yeah.
getting really hot
Uh-huh.
and boiling over, and then I thought someone threw it because it was starting to get very, very hot.
That was his vial. I also have a vial.
Okay, you
Yeah,
had
I
it- you had
collected
it-
one and he collected one, yeah.
Right. Okay, I forgot
We
there
each
were two
collected one,
vials.
yeah.
That's
Well, I filled a water skin with it, not a vial, but same
right,
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, we even have proof. Hopefully that doesn't get us killed. We're bringing corruption into the... Maybe hold that information till last.
Yeah.
Maybe use that as a trump card.
Maybe.
Yeah,
just
okay,
a
so Iceberg will hold people back if they're trying to like rush. He'll just hold his arms out and try to-
I'm doing what I said I was doing.
Okay. Many people certainly are trying to either shove through as people have moved out of the way, or actually are still trying to ask you all questions.
Do I hear any names that I've heard before, like Snowskin, or God, what was the other one?
Or
You do hear Snowskin and Icewalker among the names asked.
I just yell, Ice Walker is a little bit further south. Snowskin has perished. I'm sorry.
That starts a whole new
Oh fuck.
level of shouting.
Oh no. Yeah, Iceberg is just trying to keep them back. They can't get past him. He's able to push like 5
I mean,
or like
you
8,000
forget
pounds.
they are
There's a
also
couple
giants.
there's a couple guys here that are equal in
A
size
couple,
to-
but I still have I still have like 16 times their strength.
No.
so-
There's a couple of them that are.
Oh, okay, that match me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you're not the only
I
giant.
thought they were all. Yeah, sorry, I thought they were all human.
No. There's a few Goliaths among that group.
Okay, yeah, he's trying
And
his best.
and a couple of them are very well built Goliaths, such as yourself.
Yeah.
You eventually do push your way up to the front. The door eventually opens, and you are met by a very large, very odd-looking individual. Most of the Fenrisians here would probably just think that he's an extremely ugly Goliath.
Oh no.
Doc, you would probably describe him more as a half-ogre.
Ooh.
Half ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
My uncle was a half ogre.
I look at him
We're
and
not
I
talking about
immediately
real
look
life right now,
puzzled.
madman.
I look at him and I immediately look puzzled and I say, "You are the Lawmaster, correct?"
He kind of looks at you and goes, "No."
Who is the Lawmaster then?
Lawmaster is in very important meeting. Not to be disturbed.
Weren't we important? I'm gonna whisper that to all this.
Iceberg looks over from pushing people back and he says, "We have news from the south. We must speak to the Lawmaster immediately. It comes north."